Facebook and YouTube. We are live with another up and close and motherfucking personal interview. About to get it all in my sister Jayla, Serena Mitchell business, baby. We are live, waiting on some more people to come in. So comment, share, subscribe. You know, hit the like button, hit the hearts button, hit what you want to hit. Drop down them comments and the questions that you might have for Jayla, Serena Mitchell. I'm just celebrating my birthday. This turned a big 4-0. So y'all, let's get this motherfucker started. Y'all know how we do with the intro. You subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Make sure that you are liking and sharing on Facebook. Right now, I'm on here. I'm trying to make sure I'm on Facebook on this page as well. So let me make sure, because I like to go live from all platforms. Y'all know that. I go live from all platforms. So get y'all asses in here for a great interview with my sister, Jayla, Serena Mitchell. I'm going to get this thing started in just a little bit. I'm trying to make sure I'm on here as well on my Sanchez page as well. Oh, let me cut that down. So what's going on? Hope everybody is having a great day. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let me make sure I get this on, because I need to know if you are on here, because my phone do not my screen yard do not tell me who on. So I'm looking at my phone and my phone is telling me who on here. So I'm going live from every platform. Make sure you get on. Make sure you are sharing the motherfucking live. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing the live to everybody. I'm sharing the motherfucking live to all my groups. So make sure that you get on. Make sure that you are sharing the live. What's going on? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. I am sharing the live with everybody so we can get this interview started. She is on here. She is signed in. She is ready to talk. Y'all know this is up close and personal. So y'all know it's time to get all in my sister business. She just won a pageant, and she just became first runner up to another pageant. So we're going to talk with her. Let's welcome at this time my sister Jayla, Serena Mitchell.
How's it going, sister?
Is she on?
Yes. Hopefully I'm on.
Did I hit it? Did I bring you in?
Yeah.
You should be on. You. My computer is acting a fool.
You need an upgrade.
My sister is on. See, I can't see you on my main computer. Though. I see you on here. You on here. There you go. Okay, you on there. Yes. So I'm waiting for you to get on my main screen. I don't see you on my main screen yet.
Oh, God.
My computer is acting a goddamn fool. Say hello to Jayla, Serena Mitchell, y'all.
Hello. It's good to be here.
She is, yes, honey, she hit me up, and she said she wanted to come on and do one of the interviews, so we are happy to have her. We have been excellent, exciting people doing the interview with us. Next week we have Tanner Scriber will be next week. But at this moment, I'm going to give my sister a chance to introduce herself and tell you a little bit more about her. Go ahead, Jayla.
Well, hello. I know you know me, but for anybody that don't know me, I am Jayla Serena Mitchell. That is my stage name. I have been doing the art of female impersonation since 2000. I started in Charlotte. Actually, Scorpios was my first stage I ever graced. In 2000, I am the proud daughter of Amber Rochelle and Elaine Davis from Charlotte area. Let's see. I lived in Charlotte till 2006. I moved to Myrtle Beach until 2019. Then I moved to Las Vegas until 2021, and then made my way back to Charlotte. So yeah, 41 years old.
So when did you started doing shows and getting involved in shows? At what age, and what made you decide to do shows?
Oh God. My first bar ever was Stonewall in Charlotte back in August of 1999. Actually, I started dating my first guy. Then he introduced me to the gay bars, and I went to Scorpios. My first queens I ever saw was Carrie Nichols and Luscious. And for some reason, I was like, I can do that. And I
Right.
didn't know what it was. And then that next year, after me and Richard, we went our separate ways. Around June of 2000, I started um, exploring the entertainer side of me. I was always in drama in high school, in middle school, so I was always in the arts anyway. I was in band. I was in drama club, honor society, things of that. So I always had it in me, but I didn't know how to translate that into performing drag.
Hmm.
Because I'm from Lancaster, South Carolina. I was not brought up around, queer culture. My dad was very against everything. So I had a couple of gay friends at the time, and I was exploring who I was. Not with them. I was coming into my own. My sister's a lesbian. And then I, came out, and then, later on I came out, as trans. So it was a long road for me. I wasn't I had a long road to hoe.
You see the questions are coming in. They are coming in already. Make sure y'all drop down the questions that y'all want Jayla to answer. Make sure y'all give us some hearts, some likes, whatever you want to get up. Make sure you are sharing this
Oh,
live
thank
at this
you,
time.
Doris.
Keep sharing the live. Keep sharing the live. Make sure you are sharing the live. My screen yard is acting up, but I can see it on my other platforms. But my screen is acting up. It's going slow, but we still gonna continue this interview because at the time I can still hear her. So, but we gonna continue on with this interview. But make sure y'all share this live. So continue, Jayla.
Yes.
Yeah, come
Let me
on.
see.
My computer is doing stuff.
It was funny that Doris said that she loves when I dance. I'm not a dancer by nature at all. I never wanted to dance. I'm more drama and dramatics. I get that from Elaine, and our aunt Keisha. I give Keisha Watson all the props and flowers for teaching me the dramatics on how to feel a song and how to be emotional and raw talent. I get that from Keisha and also Elaine. Amber was the dancer, and whenever I got into the family,
Yes.
I
Yes.
sucked at dancing. I don't think I'm a great dancer now. I know how to move. I know what makes my body feel good. Um, I have
Oh no,
grown.
baby, you got it now. You got it now. Don't do that. You got it now. I seen your talent at the pageant. You got it now.
Um,
I seen the
oh,
talent.
thank you. Over the years, I've grown into loving to dance. I love dance music. I'm a very much high energy type person, but I'm also a very down R&B soul, or even one of my favorite singers is Yolanda Adams. I love a good heartfelt moment, but there is something about whenever I dance that I'm not the greatest. I'm not like Luscious or Candy Duff, and I really don't even care to be. Like anybody else. I like how it makes me feel. I like when I move. I like how the audience responds. Because whenever you go out to a bar or go out to see a show, you want to forget your worries. Even though I may be going through shit at the time of me dancing or me performing, people still want to have fun. And if I can portray that in any way, shape, or fashion, that does it for me.
Yes, ma'am. So, what was Jayla Serena Mitchell first song she performed to?
It was the Pablo Flores remix of Jennifer Lopez, If You Had My Love. And to this day, I hate performing to that song. That remix sucks, number one. And I love Jennifer Lopez. I'm a Jennifer Lopez fanatic, but that particular remix doesn't have bass in it. It just has treble. And I don't even know why I decided, listen, whenever I started, I was not fluid at all. I was very like hard and rigid and, you know, and so I don't even know why I even did that song. But I remember I went to Hot Topic. I got me a pleather shirt, a pleather skirt, chunky black heels, this Jennifer Lopez inspired synthetic $150 wig from Boris and Natasha's. I knew nothing about makeup at all. I had my mom's A cup bra on, and I had on these weird underwear that I don't forget wherever I got them from. It was horrible.
So I always ask this question as far as family concerned. How do the family feel about Jayla Serena Mitchell?
My given family.
Yes, your birth family. Yes.
Well, my mom transitioned from this journey in 2003, so she never really got to see me flourish. I mean, me and
Okay, I'm
her
sorry to
talk
hear that. Sorry
spiritually.
to hear that.
Me and her talk spiritually every single day to this day.
Right.
My dad still called me by my birth name until the day he died in 2019.
Sorry to hear
He's
that.
an old
Sorry.
country white man. He was from the old country. I mean, the older generation. I had to give
Right.
and take what I dealt with. There was a lot. My dad, I loved him. I mean, he did a lot of great things for me, but he
That's
had a lot
good.
of issues, and mental health
Right.
wasn't talked about in the 80s and 90s. And I talk about this often because I'm in therapy now with the
Right.
traumas of my past, and I'm working through unpacking things so my future won't reflect my past. And he didn't mind that his son did
Mhm.
drag. He didn't mind that his son performed because he lived in Myrtle Beach. Well, after
Okay.
him and mom divorced, so he lived in Garden City. I lived in Myrtle Beach, so he told people I performed at Pulse.
Okay.
But whenever I got my name changed, oh Lord Jesus, you thought it was like I burned the whole Bible. What do you mean?
No,
But
no, but
I
sit down, sit down.
feel if he would have stayed around longer, which I knew he couldn't, his health went down. And we knew he was dying 4 years into it. The doctor said it and it progressed as
Damn.
is. I do feel if he would have stayed around, I hope that he would have came around. But
Right.
I have wonderful nieces and nephews.
Right.
They're like my number one aces, and my go-to. They're my cheerleaders whenever I feel down and out and don't feel like it. And we just recently started talking about mental health between us, and and I say this a whole lot.
Right.
If you talk about mental health and you establish that other people are just like you,
Right.
it makes a world of difference, especially in a family. So I think we
Right.
became closer, because we're open and honest with each other.
That's good. That is very
Yeah.
good. Y'all remember this is up close and personal. So y'all get those questions ready for Jayla. She is here to answer y'all. Y'all know this is raw and unfiltered. I did this platform because I feel like as entertainers, we have some amazing stories to tell that we've been through.
Exactly.
It's hard being an entertainer. Y'all just don't know what we go through. It's hard to please people on stage sometimes, and they just look
Yeah.
at you a certain way. So I created this platform to get what we have to say out.
Amen on that.
You have your first question for Doris. We have our first question. She says, what is your favorite song that you like to perform to?
Let's Get Loud by Jennifer Lopez.
Y'all can tell she a Jennifer Lopez girl. Look at her.
Jennifer Lopez. I do. I love Let's Get Loud for a lot of reasons. Because it's Jennifer. When it comes to fast songs, I do love that the most. I love the message of that song. It makes me feel the best. It makes me feel so alive and so empowered. So I could perform that every single day and never get old. I think I'm performing it tonight too, actually.
So tell them where they can see you at tonight, Jayla.
I am at the Miss Pulse Heartbeat pageant, representing. I'm a former Miss Pulse Heartbeat 2014, and I'm the current Miss Pulse Social Club 2023, and I'm the only out of both of those pageants that has crossed over and won both titles.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
so
ma'am.
I will be there, representing myself and also giving kudos and flowers to Sanaya, which is the current reigning Heartbeat. As she transitions over to Flatline.
And y'all got to give us to Jayla, Jayla, my sister Jayla, because she is going to the passion tonight, and she had stepped in to do this interview.
Yes.
And she had a busy schedule, but she still sat down with me to do this interview. So y'all got to come up with these questions, give us some hearts, give us some love. Would you rather do a show or a pageant?
I suck at pageants. Actually, I prefer to do a show. Only because I like
y'all got to get my sister to start getting into pageant. She was not no pageant girl. She's getting into pageants now, getting clothes made for pageant. She was not the pageant girl. She did shows, baby. She's a show girl.
No, I'm not a pageant girl. I did pageants in the past. I'm not good at them. I don't strive to be perfect. I strive to be successful. And I don't think that you have to be perfect to be successful. You just can't give up. And whenever I started my new pageant journey last year, for those of you that don't know, whenever I turned 40 in Honolulu, and I did my first interview with Channel 13 News in Las Vegas Pride Month because I'm a June baby. So I really found myself in Las Vegas, and when I came back, I still struggle on things, mentally, and codependency, and I'm a coping alcoholic, and I can't believe I'm starting to say that, but I've learned a lot of things about myself that I'm working on. And then whenever I told myself I was going into this pageant journey, I told myself that I can't compete against somebody. I have to only compete against myself.
It's yourself. Yeah.
And if I only compete against myself, I would never be able to flip or get outraged. I've thrown plaques before. I've stomped on stages.
Don't get it twisted now.
I've done my moment. But I told myself, if I'm going to do this and take myself seriously, I have to put in the work because I work hard. And I hope people like what I do on stage. I love what I do on stage. I know some people may not like what I do on stage, and that's
I love it.
I love it. I know I'm not for everybody, but for the people that I do touch, I'm very thankful. I do it for me. I do it for the love of the artistry.
My daughter have a question for you. She said, "How did you start doing pageants?"
My whole drag family. I guess I can say this. Our whole drag family does a lot of pageants, and they're really good at it.
Yes.
Back in the day, and I can say this very honestly, I'm like open book. Back in the day, whenever I was learning stuff, I was so busy doing crack, cocaine, and everything else. My mom had just passed. I went down a very bad drug spiral, so I don't think I cared about what's the next 8 ball, and that's the truth, And then whenever I moved to Myrtle Beach gave me a lot of foundation and gave me a lot of roots, outside of myself of doing drugs and doing everything. I still battle with alcohol, at that point. But I've grown to learn who I was, and I don't think you can really truly be the best version of you until you know who you are and have stepped into your own power. That takes a lot of soul searching. And I think, I'm 41, about to be 42. Right. You're 40. It's a journey through our mental, going up and all that. So pageants, we'll see where it goes.
Okay. Your next question is, Doris said, who inspired you the most and why?
Out of the art of female impersonation or just in general?
This is Buffalo.
Okay. The art of female impersonation, the person that has inspired me the most. Oh God, that's so bad. Okay, so let's do the dramatic side. Like feeling like a dramatic song.
Okay.
That would be Keisha Wellington and Elaine Davis.
Okay.
The dancier, upbeat, it would be cliche to say my mom, Amber Rochelle, but I would say Luscious, Carrie Nichols.
Yes.
Tasha Colby. I've watched Continental for so long, like Monica Monroe, Candace Kane, Alexis Gabrielle Sherrington. Oh my God, there's such a long list of people. I can't just name one.
Okay.
Because I try to draw from everybody that I can look at and be like, damn, they're really great. I know that they're doing the best that they can do.
Okay, your next question is, do you ever think you'll move back to Las Vegas?
Is that Paige? Yeah, I do want to move back to Las Vegas. I do want to move back to Las Vegas. I miss the West Coast. I'm from the South. The West Coast was so different. Nobody really cared who you were. And I think that's where I became the woman I was supposed to be. Like I always knew I was a girl, but I was able to be that tomboy, that I knew I was. I didn't have to be like the pretty girl or just try to be like the ultra femme girl, because I'm not that. I'm not that. So Vegas kind of taught me to be the girl that I was supposed to be. So yeah, I do want to move back there.
Doris said, do you have any drag kids, and if so, how many?
Hey kids. So my first person that I ever thought of to be a drag kid was actually Kara Sadiq. And I know she's probably gonna blow up my phone after I say that, because me and
she's on here now.
Is she?
Yeah, she's on here.
That's why she's texting me. She probably said, "You're on here."
She's on here.
She looked good. You see this bullshit, right? She was the first person that I allowed paint me outside of like Beverly. Oh shit, I forgot Beverly Mon Johnson. If she's on here, oh God, Beverly Mon Johnson is another inspiration of mine, and so is Sierra Nicole. There's so many. Like I can't think of just one. I prefer sons.
Right.
Because they're like cats. They're self-sufficient.
Right.
And I say that because I've given myself too many dark nights and dark roads that I never got to fully appreciate who I was. And I don't want to take away from somebody else learning while I'm still figuring out who the fuck I am.
Yes. Y'all keep them questions coming. Make sure y'all are sharing this live. Drop down them questions. We're gonna get I'm gonna put this break into here right quick. But y'all keep the questions coming for Jayla Serena Mitchell. That's my motherfucking sister. So y'all keep the questions coming. She's here and ready to talk.
Oh, Daryl.
Somebody said, what is the toughest part of being a drag queen?
Winning over a crowd that's not like the typical crowd that you normally perform.
Oh, yeah, amen. Amen.
And it's funny that he said this because I have been fortunate with being in the drag family that I have to be able to perform at different venues that are unlike my background. Keisha, whenever she was show director of the Mix back in the day, she allowed me the honor to perform for the Mix. And I've been to the Mix a couple times. I've seen them boo people off the stage.
Yes, ma'am. They don't mind. The Mix don't mind. If you can get through a mixed crowd, you better tell them, Jayla, if you can get through a mixed crowd, bitch, if you made $10 in tips, you turned it.
Yeah, so whenever I got I had the honor to perform there, and I remember the songs. It was Truth Hurts Addictive and Beyonce In the Club, her version of In the Club. And Keisha goes, "Now, Niecy, I know your wife. I'm gonna let them know not to do." And she was on there, she was like, I'm working the stage manager entertainer. Y'all, she's white. So, but no, I went over well there, and I've had the privilege of performing at Azúcar in Miami, which is the all Spanish club, and I love Spanish music, and I perform Spanish music. Whenever there, I was the dancing queen. I got booked as the dancer because I did not realize that a lot of the Spanish girls in clubs do a lot of dramatic slow numbers. I learned that night. And so then I perform at Dubai and Charlotte, also at Azúcar, also. But I've been requested to do more slow numbers there by the owners.
Okay.
So that's good.
Diamond said, myself being a newer drag queen, how would you overcome when someone tries to bring you down in the drag community?
Fuck them.
That's one word. Sum it up.
Listen, I'm me and you both, we've been very privileged to come before social media. We know how it was.
Yes.
If we had a problem with somebody, we'd go up there, knock their ass out, then go out to dinner afterwards to Athens. Just keep going. I think that there is so much of a divide in the community now. I think some of it is very awesome. Some of it is very unnecessary, but every place is valid, because it's how that person feels. But for me to overcome, I don't know what people say about me because I'm too busy living my life
and get to the bag.
I've been doing this for 21 years now. I've been called the older queen. I've been called the has-been. I've been called everything under the bug. But it's like, if you stay true to yourself and your flaws and you acknowledge what you've done and you believe in yourself, you don't have to be perfect. Like I said before, you don't give up. Don't allow somebody that's probably not even tipping you or a keyboard warrior to destroy you, because I've had posts written about me. Some of them posts I have commented underneath. I don't give a fuck. I don't have time to worry about somebody else's opinion. And I take this next quote from Dolly Parton. If you don't know me personally, your opinion of me really don't matter. Right. But if you take the time to get to know me, that probably half of those stuff that you heard maybe somewhat true, but it comes from a place of like hurt or trauma that I'm working through. Unless you like
Right.
me just because you like me, and
Right.
that's cute too. You know.
Well, somebody said they love you, sis, and miss you so much.
Oh, miss you too, babe.
And let me see what Paige just said something else. Let me see what Paige said. Come on, computer. This computer is acting very, very slow.
I love
Can
Vegas
you read
and
it?
would
Can you
love
see it?
to see you perform out there. Every time I'm very fortunate. I was supposed to go out there the end of January, but I had to, be an adult and get new tires on my car. And so I felt it was more important to spend money on my car than take a trip. But I can perform out there anytime I go.
It's Dara said, what did he say? I can't see the question yet. He said, what do you expect to be doing 10 years from now? Oh, he asked one of my questions. That's why I'm gonna ask her later on. You already asked the question.
10 years from now, I'll almost be 52. And well, if I am still performing, I would love to still be performing and traveling like I'm doing. Hopefully won some more pageants. You know. Um, I don't know. If I'm not performing, I hope I'm still alive. You know.
Right.
you know.
So how did you get to perform in certain area? Because some girls say it's hard to get bookings outside of North Carolina and stuff like that. So how did you get like your name in the door? Like how did you do that?
I'm very fortunate moving down to Myrtle Beach. People that Pulse booked, they all, got to know me from there. Many people don't remember that I started in Charlotte. They thought I started in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, so whatever. And that's another thing. Like when people say shit, but like, well, she hasn't paid her dues in Charlotte. Bitch, I was here before you.
Yeah.
That don't mean that I'm any better than you, but bitch, I was here before you.
And they don't know how hard it was when Rick was alive at Scorpios. How hard it was to get on main stage at Scorpios. You better tell them, Jayla, how hard it was to get on the main stage. Now it's so easy for a girl to get on main stage. Rick did not play that.
Listen, I did 2 years worth of talent shows each month before I even won one. So I did 24.
Right.
And it was the last Wednesday of every month. I did it. I used to get laughed at on stage, pointed and laughed at. I've been through the most on that stage, but it's taught me tough skin. So if I do come across as rash, it comes from a place of like I had to learn a backbone. But anyway, how do I get into places? So I moved to Myrtle Beach. I started performing there. People used to come down here. People don't realize that the people that used to come down here, that they would see me at the bar, but because I worked like at Subway on 8th Avenue North or Arby's, they would come and see me there too. So I build a rapport from then, and then I just happen to, I don't know. I guess people want a comedy relief in their shows. But I prefer to get to know people outside of especially their show directors. I do like to get to know people as they are. Like I don't care if you give me a booking. I mean, that's great, but I mean, I want to get to know you as a person. And I think people realize that. And because I'm friends with a lot of show directors that don't book me.
Yes. Right.
But I'm also friends with show directors that book me because of my talent, not because of me and them being friends, because I talk to them all the time. People don't realize that also. So you want to get booked in shows, but you only reach out to show directors to get booked in a show. You don't reach out to them to say, hey, how's your day going? Or just, I'm a very much of a person of a check-in kind of person. I'll text you, be like, hey, just thinking of you.
Right.
You doing okay? How's everything? I saw that you went through something 2 weeks ago, or how are you doing? People's not used to that neither. So, yeah, I guess I'm just blessed because of Myrtle Beach.
I'm gonna let this commercial play first, but I want you to think about this question. My question is a 2-part question. Is what entertainers have you worked with that you admire, and what entertainers have you not worked with that you want to work with?
Okay.
Oh shit, thought you had a nigga whip till he dipped on you and out and got himself a new thing. Oh shit, thought you had a nigga whip till he.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you to answer.
Oh shit. Okay. The people that I have worked with that I admire. See, that's a really hard question too, because I literally admire anybody that actually gets up and does shows. I've grown there.
Right.
There's not someone, and especially when it comes to the boys, the males, and not just drag kings. It's like even male leads, because I know that they have it so hard.
They do. They
They
do.
have it
They
so
do.
hard.
They
But
do.
but yeah, there's like I worked with this one recently, Oso Chanel, and I knew Oso through Lolita, and I met him a couple times, just randomly, and we worked in Hartsville together, and his personality is so pure, and I really enjoyed that.
Right.
There's other people. The person that I love to work with, I think I've worked with him once or twice, Uncle Jojo, Ontario, St. James. That's another person that I really enjoy the time that I worked with, just because of his presence, and he owns his craft when it comes to male. I think I admire more males than anything else, because I work with queens all the time. But when
Right.
it comes to like a male entertainer or a male lead or a drag king, they're the ones that come from behind. And so I think that I admire them the most, because they put in the work just as hard,
Hard.
if
Yes.
not harder.
Yes. That's
than
why
some-
I have always been a show director that book boys. I
Yeah.
always book boys.
There's a lot of great male entertainers. People
Yes,
just
it
don't
is.
realize it.
Yes, it is.
Know,
Yes,
and then
it is.
and then there's some that just wear street clothes, but then again, you have some drag queens that wear street clothes too.
You better say it. You better say it.
So, but yeah, the people that I do want to work with that I admire, Chantel DeMarco, Giselle, Barbie Royale. I want to work with Joan Jillian. I really want to work with Darcel Stevens. Who else? That was in the back of my mind. I've been around Alexis Mateo and Coco Montrese because I lived in Vegas. I never have been in a show with them yet.
Okay.
But I do admire them. Sasha Colby. I would
Yes,
love to
she
be
is
more.
fierce. She is fierce.
I've loved her for so many years. I've never got a chance to meet her. Just her aesthetic and her love for the craft too, just like Giselle and everybody else. They're so pure raw talent.
Yes.
And I know that I can learn something just by being in their presence.
Yes, man. Make sure that y'all are commenting. Give her all the questions in the work. Just give her questions. And make sure y'all are sharing this live. She said, my next question is, what advice do you have for new drag queens, for new girls?
Be authentic. Stick to your morals. Don't take advice from everyone, but don't apply it from everyone.
That's good. That's deep.
It's like,
deep.
You can listen to people. They'll be like, oh, I'm giving you advice. Okay, that's cool. But you don't have to take it from everyone. Just be like, okay, well, thank you. Just keep on going.
Yeah, like that question right here kind of piggyback on this question right here, because Daryl wants to know what's some advice you give to someone that's trying to break into the business, I guess the drag queen world, like trying to break into like doing shows.
Don't. I'm just kidding. What I give, be around the correct people that that loves you unconditionally.
Yes.
Not everybody is your friend.
Sure. Oh, you better say it again for the back row.
Not everybody is your friend, and not everybody that gives you advice gives you good advice. And God, there's so many. Another one is step outside your box.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just because what you think, step outside your box.
And y'all can see she was telling y'all that she don't dance, but now she dances like she stepped outside her box. She just told y'all that at the beginning.
I like how it makes me feel. It's just like, you kind of lose yourself in the moment. And I love people to piss me off before I dance. Beyonce said the same thing at one point. Piss me off before a show. I really enjoy that because I'm gonna give you extra. I
don't think this person was on here when we asked her this question, because he said, "What is your most favorite song to perform to?" And you answered that.
Jayla.
If you could just pick this one, would it be? Because you answered that. That was Jennifer Lopez, Loud. So she
Michaela
answered that
knows
for
that.
y'all.
Let's
She
get
had answered
loud.
that.
Let's get loud.
Yeah, she answered that, baby. Let me go down this list because I can't see no more. Let me go down. Right. Here we go right here. I don't know why my computer is acting up today. It's moving slow today. I don't know what's going on. Drag is a craft. Art form you gotta to keep perfecting. Is that the key to longevity? Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to keep reinventing yourself, but also you got to realize that you're replaceable.
Yes.
You know, if you don't continue to grow and evolve and walk, especially the ones of a certain age, if we don't start welcoming the new generation and understanding that their generation is different than ours, you know, you won't last, and you won't be as welcomed, you know, because they're looking up to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so, you know, it's okay to share your knowledge with somebody. You know, that's okay, because one day when you're not going to be here, that'll be your legacy, what you left behind.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it could be very difficult and cutthroat.
This person said, I guess this person must have been used to work at Scorpio because he said I had to work on D.
No. You know that's Michaela Dushot.
Oh, that's it. Oh my God. That's it. Oh my God. No, she did not trick me.
Yes.
Oh my God, she tricked me tonight. She said she had to work at Divas for a while before she even got on main stage. Yes, you had to. Yes, you did. You had to.
I did. We had Divas on the side of Scorpio.
I miss Divas.
We had to work there, and let me tell you, I got laughed. You know what? I give thanks to Elaine Davis because she's the one that used to laugh at me the most and point and laugh, like legit point and laugh while I was performing. And at that point, because I respected her so much that it used to piss off Amber because I put Elaine on such a pedestal that you literally used to.
Everybody did. Everybody, yeah. I definitely did.
And so, but then after a while, you know, me and Milan, we get along really well, and I respect Elaine. And now that Elaine has transitioned to Milan, I respect Milan too. So,
right. So we're gonna give Jayla a little 30-second break right quick so she can get some drink or do what she got to do, and we'll be right back with some more Jayla Serena Mitchell.
Cool. We're back. What are some of your favorite designers to work with? And what designer would you like to work with? And what you have? Oh,
Jayla been sending my idea, y'all, because Jayla been working with Terry, and that's who I worked with.
Yes. Some of the designers that I have worked with recently has been Morgan Wells. I've never met Morgan Wells, but I do love her designs. I have about 8, I think, or 9 of them. Terry Laveau. She's a trans woman.
Yes, she is.
I try to represent, help represent for the trans community. Let's see. Some of the people that I would love to work with would be Coco Vega. I've met her because she lived in Vegas too. I would love to have a Coco Vega. And you know, I've never had a Malaysia Kenyatta black design.
What?
No, I've never had.
Somebody get Malaysia. Somebody tag Malaysia and get her on the horn.
You know,
we ain't right, honey. We are family.
But you want to know what's crazy too? You know, I've never worked with Luscious either.
What?
In a show, in a show.
You know, me and Luscious worked together in Divas when Casey King was out one day and Luscious had the MC.
We've never, and me and Luscious talked about that recently. Like, we've never worked in a show together.
Wow. Because I know me and you have done a lot of shows together.
It's crazy to think, you know, like we're like been around each other, but no, we never have.
Wow, that's amazing. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I never knew that. So what's next? What's your next moves, Jayla? What's your next moves? What's your next shows? And tell them where they can find you at and everything.
My next shows. Well, I'm in Myrtle Beach this weekend. Next weekend, I'm booked on a cruise next month. So I'll be performing the day after the night of Costa Maya with Ginger Minge and Ava Claire from Charleston. So that's my next big thing. Um, I think I'm going to slow down shows some because I do have a second job that I'm back to serving tables in Charlotte at Artisan Palette, which I want to devote to that because it's kind of like a little fun thing for me. So I think I'm gonna switch up some things. But I still perform around North Carolina. I'm gonna go back to Vegas hopefully in July, so to perform out there and see some friends. And I don't know how, as far as pageants concerned, I have a couple that I'm working on.
Can you give us a sneak peek of what you'll be doing tonight?
I'm okay. So, well, everything's packed up. So if you've seen the presentation I did for Sweetheart, I'm wearing that, and then I'm wearing my dance outfit for my pageant. There you go. There's the sneak.
So y'all better be out there. Y'all better be out there. What time the pageant start,
It
Jayla?
starts at 10. I have to be there at 9, which we're like 20 minutes from there. So that's
okay. So we almost done with this interview. I love Jayla for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. And I want to know. I know this might sound stupid, but I want to know, how did you start speaking Spanish?
Oh, that's funny that you said that because a lot of people think that I am Latin, and
that's what I thought too. I really did.
No, so I give thanks to my father because my father was very against anything non-white, and it is what it is. He was very much against that, and I always wanted to know why my dad was so against things. My mom wasn't. My mom was like, whatever, go have fun, be whoever you want to be, whatever. But I never got a good answer from my dad about why that. But I started exploring other people because of my dad. So Spanish is my third language. French is my second.
Oh wow!
So
y'all learn. See, you learn stuff when you watch Up and Close to Personal. You learn stuff. You didn't know this about Jayla. I didn't know this about Jayla.
So I started learning French in 9th grade, and I actually was French Honor Society president. I actually have spoken at Columbia USC Columbia for French Day back in 96 or 97. I'm sorry. And to all French professors. I've been to France before. And the reason why I spoke Spanish, like I learned French and I was like, oh, this is cute. Now let's learn Spanish. And my girlfriend at the time, she was she is Chinese. She had spoke Spanish because she was learning Spanish. And so she turned me on to Spanish. And then I started working in Los Mariachis restaurant as a server whenever I was 15 or 16, and I was working for free. And I had to learn Spanish because the kitchen didn't speak English or could read English.
Okay.
So my first telenovela that I watched, which is Spanish soap operas, was called La Supadora, which is basically the lookalike. And so I watched that, and then I was introduced to Serena, the singer, after that. And then I just love the language and love the culture and how I love the dance. And I just picked up on it, and it just kind of went from there.
So you're gonna sit here honestly and say a bitch shouldn't be mad at your resume? You gonna really say that?
No.
You gonna sit here and say a bitch shouldn't be jealous?
I let people think what they want to think. I have been named the token the white Spanish girl and everything else, and people's actually put that on flyers before, and I'm like, please don't put that on Latin on flyers because I don't want people to think I'm kind of, what's that word, culture appropriation or what the fuck ever. I know who I am. I'm very, I don't want to say I am who I am. I'm cultured.
Right.
I don't want to say that I'm smarter than anybody else because there's a lot of bilingual people out there.
But your resume is good. You got a good resume. And that's why I said a lot of people would love to work where you work at. Like nobody gets a chance to work where you work at.
Well, I tell people, I said, listen, when people talk about this, that, and the third, it's like, I've been in clubs that I was the minority, that I did not get a pass. Like you go to the Spanish clubs, anybody that has performed in Spanish clubs can attest to this. I know for me, I feel like I have to be more Spanish than the Spanish girls for me to go over. thankfully, I've learned. I know a lot of songs, and I've done this for a very, very long time, and I'm very blessed to have gone over. But it is scary as an entertainer to step outside your box. Like even to the hip hop clubs that I performed in, I don't do rap. I mean, I like to listen to rap. There's a lot of lyrics that I can't do.
Right.
Just internally, I can't do. Not because of the word itself. It's just I can't do. And so I kind of hop around. I do maybe like Kelly Rowland more than like Cardi.
Right.
Like, I love listening to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and they have songs that I can do, but it's just you kind of pick and choose, but you learn from everything. What was that?
Right. Yeah, she said you a doctor.
So
she read it.
Me, Diamond XL, her, and Lolita, we was in a brunch together at Artisan Palette, and I had never met them. I met Lolita. So we go in there, we was like talking and everything. And Lolita is the one to be like, y'all, she's not Spanish. But she does it out of love just because she's like, and it's fine by me. And they're like, no, you're my adopted hermana. You could come to the quinceañera, stuff like that. So I love good people. I speak.
Let me tell you this story right quick before we end this. I got two more things to say before we end this. Yeah. Me and Jayla was in the show at Scorpios. And so me and Jayla supposed to host the show. And so when they wrote down all these names on this goddamn paper, and I was like, I can't read this. I said, Jayla, you host the show.
Spanish night.
You host the show. I couldn't read none of them names. I just said, I can't do this. Who gonna host? I said, Jayla, you got it.
He said, there you go. I mean, my Spanish ain't perfect. Like, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh my God, I'm 100% fluent. Like, no, I'm very much not that, but I could get through.
So before we go, we got one more question for Jayla because she got to go. She got business to handle. What would Jayla right now tell 5-year-old Jayla?
God, are you in my fucking mind? Wow, like that's crazy because I just did this question after therapy last week. Oh my God. What would I tell 5? I would tell that child, and I hope I don't cry when I say this because like I literally was thinking about this past week. When trauma hits you, hit it head on. Also, don't turn to alcohol and drugs to cope. Start therapy sooner because you will be better off.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So I want to thank y'all. We want to thank Jayla for giving her time today because she has a busy schedule. We want to just thank her for coming on here. She hit me up and said she wanted to do this. So I'm so very grateful that she did. I'm looking to get more people to come on here because it's easy, ain't it? It was easy. It was fun. It was easy. So thank you, Jayla. I want you to have a great night. Make sure y'all tip Jayla. And Jayla, tell them one more time where they can find you at.
As far as social media, Jayla Serena Mitchell on Facebook, on Instagram, that Jayla Girl. Tonight at Pole Social Club, this weekend at Pole Social Club. Sunday, I will step back on 316 stage to perform there. And then just I'll post on my.
She will post it up via Facebook. Thank you so much, Jayla. Have a great show.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
You ready? You ready? She back.